In 1 week from today, this big old girl is going to be ours to sail around in Skull and Bones. The frigate, the first large ship that players are going to be able to own. Well, I'm sure we're going to have to go through the Smuggler's Pass to get the blueprint for it, plus all the materials. Then we got to upgrade it. So it's going to probably take a quick minute for us to acquire and fully upgrade the frigate. But I'm happy that we only have to wait a week before we can finally work towards getting this much desired large warship in Skull and Bones. The frigate's just one thing coming with Year 2 Season 2. We got Faction Wars that's coming mid-season. We got the Megafort. And we got some other stuff as well. Some limited time events. So we got Darktide Lullaby. We got another one coming up, Moonshiners. Plus, the Smuggler's Pass will have a new weapon and equipment. And Faction War is going to be interesting. Hopefully we learn more about Faction War in this letter from the producer. Now, this letter does two things. It talks about some of the things they did for Season 1. That's the top half. We're going to focus on the bottom half of this article. So if you want to go read it yourself, it's linked below in the description section. Year 2, Season 2, Oaths of War launches July 15th. During the Year 2 showcase, they showed us the high-level overview of the plans for the new content coming with Season 2, Oaths of War. Today, we're excited to finally share a little more information about the first and long-awaited large ship coming to Skull and Bones, the frigate. Large ships in general have been long requested by the community. Designing the frigate, we wanted to take into consideration all the feedback and suggestions we received to ensure it meets your expectations. As such, the frigate is a powerful and imposing vessel that's sure to leave an impression, although not exempt from weaknesses. As with any ship introduced to the game, we have made several turning passes ahead of launch and will continue to monitor its performance closely after launch. For more details, keep an eye out for our upcoming dev blog deep dive. Throughout Year 2 Season 1, the most observant may have noticed that the ongoing construction of the new Megafort, expected to be complete by the launch of Season 2, its ownership will have changed, bringing a new challenge to the Indian Ocean for you to tackle. Without spoiling too much of the experience, we strongly recommend you bring not only your most powerful ship, but also other like-minded captains. Our matchmaking skills will ensure that you get more than your party of 3 to work together to seize victory. Keep an eye out for dedicated dev blog covering the Megafort. So more information is coming regarding Year 2 Season 2. Faction War coming mid-season. With our mid-season update comes a brand new major feature, Faction War. Focused on the French and the Dutch conflict, you'll soon have to choose a side and fight for it to reap the rewards. This key feature introduction in Season 2 is only the first step as we plan to expand throughout the rest of our Year 2 roadmap with updates and improvements shaped by your feedback. We'll share more information about the details on what you can expect as we get closer to the mid-season update. So more information about Faction War will be coming in probably a few weeks or a month or so from now. Now the question I have for all of you is which side are you going to pick when Faction War comes out? The Dutch or the French? And will we have to stay on one side, or can we be like a pirate and switch sides whenever we wish and desire? And it's going to work like a letter of marque system, similar to Sid Meier's Pirates, where you just go to the French and they give you a letter of marque to fight the Dutch, or you go to the Dutch and they give you a letter of marque to fight the French. Obviously, you can't be on both sides at the same time. Hopefully, we're able to switch sides whenever we please, because we be pirates. Contract and Stories. Season 2 will see a new series of contracts and stories, all of which are set around the growing conflict between the campaign and the DMC, or the French and the Dutch, as I'd rather just call them. This season, we'll see the return of a community favorite character from Year 1. I wonder if it's one of the Havoc twins. It looks like one of the Havoc twins. We're sure that will be music to your ears. Maybe it'll be the more reasonable of the two, the one that actually wanted you to join them, whereas the other one seemed a little unhinged. Maybe the other one met a fate at the bottom of Davy Jones's locker, but we'll see how that plays out. But I get the feeling it's one of the Havoc twins. Quality of life improvements, along with key new features in Season 2. Long requested quality life updates are coming, as well as update, among which are the win and selling improvements. These changes make selling more responsive and skill-based, giving players more control. If you align your ship well with the wind, you'll go faster than ever. If you drop anchor smartly, you can turn harder and faster. The improvements are aimed to introduce additional layers of challenge to navigation in general and provide a little reward for experienced captains who can steer their vessel masterfully. To be clear, we intend to keep current sailing controls and mechanics largely intact while we introduce further gameplay depths to sailing, all of which would provide additional navigation bonuses. There will be no new penalties introduced for sailing against the wind. I like the fact they're making improvements when it comes to sailing and handling, and at the same time, they're not going to punish players that have no choice but to sail against the wind. That would suck if it just completely stopped your ship and you just had to sit adrift just like they did back in the old times, hoping that the wind will pick up and send you on your way. Now we move on to ship loadout, long requested feature that's finally here. We got to see the arsenal loadout. The weapon vanity, a new feature that will let you personalize your weapons with unique skins. So that is going to be fascinating, that we'll be able to actually change the weapon skins. So if you don't like the standard skin that each of the cannons or mortars or other weapons come with, looks like we'll be able to tweak the look of our weapons aboard our ships. Because we now have the ability, thanks to Season 1, to take the look of the armor off if you don't like the look of the armor and you just want the hull to look clean underneath. So I'm glad we have that. But now we're going to have the ability to also change the look of our cannons. What if some of us just want the cannons to look boring? That's how I am in Sea of Thieves. I just want the boring cannons. I don't really care about the quote-unquote cosmetics. I just like standard looking cannons. Hopefully we'll be able to do that as well. We'll have more to share on the new content coming with Season 2 in the coming weeks on Discord, Reddit, social media, and our website. Looks like we'll be setting sail for Year 2 Season 2 coming up in a week from now, July 15th. And yeah, I'm going to be streaming Tuesday, July 15th, 12 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. UK. We'll check it out. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get the frigate that day, because it's usually in the Smuggler's Pass, the new ship, and you have to grind a little bit through the Smuggler's Pass before you get the blueprints, and then you have to have all the right materials in order to properly build it. Then, of course, upgrading it, at least 7 times now? Maybe it'll be 8 by the time Season 2 comes out. So don't expect me to have the frigate by the end of the launch day stream for Osa War, but we'll check out whatever else happens to come with the Season 2 update for Skull and Bones. Once again, launching on Tuesday, July 15th. Your thoughts, views, and opinions, welcome, as always, below in the comment section.